I always say you should diversify your lead generation strategies as much as possible.
Maybe you are already spending your money with Checkatrade.
Rated people is a good alternative if you're looking for another source of lead generation to Checkatrade.
So today we are doing a video on websites like Checkatrade. So maybe you are already spending your money with Checkatrade and you just want an alternative to Checkatrade. Maybe you want to diversify your lead source. So I'm joined with James. Let's rattle off some competitors or some alternatives to Checkatrade.
Yeah, so I'll start things off with a website called Trust a Trader. So that is a tradesman website similar to Checkatrade, where it lists a lot of different tradespeople and it does a lot of reviews from customers and clients. And then what a customer is able to do is, let's say they need they need a local electrician, or they need a plumber, or they need a roofer. You're able to go on to Trust a Trader as a competitor to Checkatrade and see all different trades people on that website. So what other alternatives have you found that's an alternative to Checkatrade?
So another alternative, which again, it's a little bit risky because these are all, so far, these are all credit based, but this is MyBuilder.com. And again, it's a big alternative to Checkatrade. They do a very similar job. You basically get your profile listed, you provide like what services you do, and then you start actually getting the leads. However, again, like what we've been saying before, these are all credit based so far.
Yeah, for sure. And then another competitor to Checkatrade is Rated People. So these are tradespeople that, again, are listed alongside a lot of other people that do the same work. They get reviews on the platform. It makes it easy for people to try to compare certain local tradespeople side by side. So Rated People is a good alternative if you're looking for another source of lead generation to Checkatrade.
My next one is MyJobQuote.co.uk. And again, similar to what you were saying, you get set up, you set up your profile. One slight issue with these guys is they have got a membership. So if, say for example, you've never used them before, it is kind of jumping in the deep end of the swimming pool. So they could be good in certain trades. They could also not be as good as well.
Yeah, another probably I'd say in certain industries, the biggest competitor to Checkatrade is Bark. And Bark do a great job in a lot of industries. They do a lot of lead generation in the UK and they supply a lot of decent quality leads as well. Their website ranks for a lot of different keywords. And I'd strongly recommend checking Bark out. I think they're a great platform. I always say you should diversify your lead generation strategies as much as possible. And I know that in certain industries you can get a positive ROI by using Bark. What I would say is, would it be working for all industries? Definitely not. So make sure you're tracking your KPIs, make sure you're tracking your return on investment and see whether it does work for your industry and in your location.
Yeah, and the last one for me is Yell.com. Obviously, Yell, it's been around for ages. It's got the big yellow book, or when I was growing up, it was a huge yellow book. It's probably now an app. But you can obviously get listed on there. You can get a premium Yell listing. Again, I would be tracking the KPI. So if, say, for example, you're spending, I don't know, £1,000 a month to get a premium Yell listing, are you getting the leads from that to actually recoup that £1,000, or is it literally you're just burning £1,000 every single month?
Yeah, for sure. And then if you are looking for an alternative to Checkatrade, I'm presuming you're looking for an alternative to generate more leads. And I would strongly recommend heading over to FatRank.com. And what they do is a commission-based lead generation service. Not all businesses are accepted. You need to be working nationwide in the United Kingdom to be accepted. And we want to make certain the branding's good. But if you are accepted and you do get the performance-based or commission-based lead generation strategy that we have on offer, then it's a no-win, no-fee service. You only pay out of your winnings. So I'd strongly recommend every business owner to be going down the road of trying to get a commission-based lead generation service set up. But I would also make certain that you do track and you do maybe sign up to 2 or 3 different alternatives to Checkatrade and see which which others show a positive return on investment that you might, if you get a positive return on investment, which is guaranteed from FatRank, you might also get a positive return on investment from Bark and maybe MyBuilder. Well, you should sign up to all three because all three of them are getting you a positive ROI. Don't just rely on one lead source, but make certain you head on over to fatrank.com and see whether you qualify.